Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and having a lovely day. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a Q&A because these are one of my favourite kinds of videos to film. And I know they're not super popular on my channel, but this year I want to film more videos that I want to make. So I went on Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me questions, preferably ones that I haven't answered before, and I've managed to find a good few that I don't think I've answered in previous Q&As. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first question is, what do you want to achieve in your life this year? And I got loads of questions about New Year's resolutions and goals and stuff, so I thought I would sort of just cover that. So I feel like my main goal this year is just to save, which might seem like the most boring goal ever, but it's something that I really want to do. When I get something in my mind that I want, I'm really good at saving my money and working towards getting that. For example, my car, that's what basically motivated me to do like so much overtime and work and stuff, was just to work as much as possible, get as much money as I could so that I could afford my driving lessons and my driving test and then afford to buy my own car. I like having something to work for, if that makes sense. So right now it's a house. I am basically saving for a mortgage, so I'm trying to do as many hours as I possibly can, just like working my absolute butt off to get as much money as I possibly can so that I can save for my mortgage. So my main goal is for like at the end of the year to have a certain amount set aside in my bank account for my mortgage, and I've got like a figure in my head. Also, like I just said, I want to make more content that I enjoy creating. I just want to be really happy with both my YouTube channels. I feel like my vlogging channel I'm so content with, I'm really happy. I just film on my days off and I don't feel pressured anymore to do anything out of the ordinary. I'm just more content with the fact that I don't live an extravagant lifestyle, and that's okay. Like, that's the life I want to live. I like the quiet life, I like spending time with my family. I'm just gonna keep on living my everyday life. Yes, it might seem boring to some people, but I don't feel like I should apologise for that. So I feel like already I'm so much more happy with my vlogging channel. It's exactly the sort of videos that I want to make, and my goal for this channel is just to make it a bit more relaxed like my vlogging channel, and I feel like already I'm starting to do that because I've scrapped my schedule of uploading on a Sunday. That's not happening anymore. It's going to be so much more chilled like my vlogging channel. I'm going to upload whenever I possibly can. It just works better for my schedule because I don't work a Monday to Friday job. I work random days, random hours, and it's hard to get a video up every single Sunday. So I feel like I'm gonna get much more content out there, and my channel is going to improve so much when I don't have a schedule, because I'm still going to be uploading the same amount of time, if not more, but it's just going to suit my lifestyle more. The next question is, would you ever consider moving in with Michael in the future? Love your vids. Oh, thank you, Toby. So we have actually spoken about it quite a lot actually, and yes, like the plan in the future is to live together, to move in together, to have our own little place, which is a nice little goal as well. But how soon that's gonna happen, I just don't know. Like I said to you guys, I have been saving for a mortgage, but I actually opened a Help to Buy ISA account with my bank last year, so it was before I even met Michael, so I was already planning to start saving for a mortgage before I met Michael, because like I say, I like to have a goal, like something to save for, and I just like to be quite sensible with my money. So I think it was last January I opened this bank account, and it wasn't because I was like, yes, I'm gonna move out like in a couple of months, or yes, I'm gonna move out in a year. I was just thinking like, Lucille, you need to be sensible and prepare for your future, so at some point you're going to want to move out, and wouldn't it be nice to, you know, have a bit of money aside for your mortgage. So every month I have been putting money into this bank account for the last year. I actually think they've stopped these bank accounts, so I don't think you can get one anymore, or at least not with the bank I'm with anymore. They're such a great idea because you put away a certain amount of money each month into this account, and then the government like gives you an extra couple of grand at the end of it. Like, it's insane. So they basically give you like a couple £1,000 to help you towards buying your first house, which is just incredible. So I'm just going to continue saving for my mortgage, but I don't have like a set date of when I want to move out. I'm not like, by the end of this year, you know, I'm going to be moved out. I think it's just more difficult because we're in a long distance relationship, and it's just difficult to know how it's gonna work, sort of thing. I don't know, like all these things go through my mind all the time, but I guess we'll just see what happens. Like, I personally don't want to move far away from my family because, as you guys know, my family are my absolute life. Like, I don't know what I'd do without them, and I just want to be near them. But then I know that Michael is also a very like family orientated person, so then I wouldn't want to move him too far away from his family. So it's a very difficult situation, but we do know that we eventually do want to live together. It's just difficult to know how it's going to work. But in the meantime, I'm just saving. Oh, this is a fun question. What was your favourite TV show as a little kid? I love when I see posts on Facebook of like old TV shows that I used to watch. I love how it brings back so many memories. So I think my favourites were the Tweenies. I absolutely loved, I think it was Jake. He was my favourite character. I remember I got this really cute Jake backpack where he was like sitting on a beanbag. It was so cute. I got it at a car boot sale. I'm pretty sure like my granny or my mum bought it for me. I used to love going to car boot sales as well. Actually, that's something I need to do more because I really like them. Another TV show that I absolutely loved when I was little was The Thimbles. Let me know if any of you guys also watched that. I think it was another CBeebies one. I was just obsessed with CBeebies, but I loved The Thimbles, and I remember I had a little Thimbles cup as well that I had at my granny's. Oh, I can just remember sitting watching it with my granny. So Ella's asking, which Friends character would you be? I would definitely be Monica. Monica is literally my favourite character. Monica and Chandler are, but I'd say that I am very like Monica. I definitely used to be even more like her than I am now, if that makes sense. So I used to be very like neat and tidy and very particular and not like things out of order. Sometimes I just say things and then one is like, you're so like Monica. It's so funny because I'm pretty sure like the first time that I met my sister's boyfriend, he was like, oh my god, you're like Monica from Friends. And I can't even remember what I said. I think I said something like, oh, organised fun or something, because I was planning a trip somewhere and I literally had it like planned down to the T, and I was like, oh, but you know, it's organised fun, and he was like, whoa, you're so like Monica. But I love Monica. I think she's so funny, just how she's so set in her ways, and I can definitely relate to her. If you could only use 3 words to describe yourself, what would they be? Loyal, caring, and sensitive. I do think I have a good heart. I love making others smile, but I definitely do wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a very, very sensitive soul. I cry a lot. Kaylee's asking, do you have any trips planned this year? Okay, so sadly I do not, and I feel like, you know when you go into a new year and everyone's like expecting you to have all these goals and you're kind of like expected to make this a really good year. You're expected to make it a better year than last year. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like pressured. I don't know. I feel like this happens every year. You know, you go into January, you set all these goals and everybody's like really looking forward to achieving all these things, and then I feel like January is such a long month. It goes so slow, and then I start thinking like, how am I going to achieve these goals? Like, I'm not. It's just going to be like last year where I didn't achieve those goals, and then I start like overthinking things and then thinking negatively about all my goals. So every year I say to myself that I really want to travel more, and it's because like traveling has been one of my biggest like dreams ever since I was, I don't know, like 12, 13. I remember just always feeling so jealous when my friends in school would be going off on holidays and stuff, because my family have never had money to like go on holiday or that. Like, none of my family have been abroad apart from me. And then when I was 18, I just decided like, okay, enough is enough, Lucille. Like, you keep on saying you're gonna go traveling and you never do. So when I was 18, I actually did, and I did like 6 months of traveling and I really loved it. And I did that all like solo. But since then, I haven't done any traveling really. And it's not because I didn't enjoy it, because I absolutely loved every second of it. But I just feel like now I don't think I would be confident enough to go traveling on my own. As much as I enjoyed solo traveling, it was really, really difficult at times as well, and I just feel like I wouldn't be strong enough at the moment to get through that again on my own. It sounds ridiculous what I'm saying, but solo traveling is an amazing experience, but it is very challenging as well, and especially when you have social anxiety. Like, I find it scary enough to, you know, go to the shop down the road on my own. So going to another country or going to the other side of the world on your own, it is a scary experience for anyone, but you know, especially when you have those struggles already. So yeah, I started this year like, okay, Lucille, you're gonna do some traveling this year. You're gonna, you know, fulfill your dreams. But now I'm just thinking like, you're not, Lucille, because again, I have no one to travel with. Like, none of my family have passports, like I say. Like, none of my siblings are interested in traveling. Like, nobody wants to spend their money on that. None of my friends or my boyfriend want to travel. And I'm just like, I have no one to travel with. But I saw this quote the other day and it said, if you were waiting for someone to travel with you, you may end up waiting a lifetime. And that just really got to me because I feel like that's what's happening with me. You know, I'm 21 now, I haven't travelled since I was 18. I did that amazing thing when I was 18 and volunteered abroad and travelled, and it was incredible. And I feel like every year since then I've been saying that I'm going to travel, but I don't. And that's been 3 years, so imagine if I keep on saying that, I keep on telling myself that I'm going to travel, but I'm just waiting for someone to travel with, and that person is never going to come along. So I feel like I just need to travel on my own again, even though it's the most terrifying thing in the world. It's so difficult because I know it's my dream, and I just want to see more of the world. I just wish I had someone to see it with. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do any travelling this year. I really hope that I manage to like build the courage to actually at least do like one trip on my own. If you had to rename yourself after a family member, who would you choose and why? So I would definitely, without a doubt, rename myself after my granny. Her name is Isabel. She sadly passed away when I think I was 10, but I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. She was like a second mum to me. I love her to pieces and I miss her every single day, so I would definitely rename myself after her. Like, her house was my second home. I used to stay over there so much and I just have so many good memories with her. I'm gonna make this the last question because boy do I talk. It's so funny because if you met me in person, like, I literally wouldn't even say 2 words, but when I'm like in my comfortable environment, aka my bedroom, I could talk for years. Do you have any idea what names you would use for your future children? The very simple answer to that is yes, I do, but I'm gonna be cruel and I'm not gonna tell you any of them because I don't know if this is sad, but I have a list on my phone. Does that sound sad? I hope not. But it's just like so I don't forget them. Like, you know when just randomly a nice name pops into your head and you're like, oh, I don't want to forget that, so I just jot it down. So yes, I do have a whole list of girl names, a whole list of boy names, all on my phone, but I'm not going to say any of them because I feel like I'm definitely going to use some of them, and you know, when I name my child, I want it to be a surprise. I want the name to be a surprise and for people to be like, oh wow, that's a cute name. But whereas if I say them now, you'll be like, oh, I knew she was going to call her son George. So that completes this Q&A. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. I have really enjoyed filming this. Like I said, chatty videos are my favourites. I just love chilling and sitting down and just speaking to you guys. It feels like a proper catch up. If you did enjoy watching it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're not subscribed to my vlogging channel, I will leave a link down below. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers over there, so if you do want to see more of my everyday life, then definitely go over there and hit the subscribe button and start watching my vlogs. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!